Hey guys, this is Dan with Gears and Gadgets. Thanks for tuning in. So I announced in my last video that we are going to be starting a build series on my 2021 Ford F150 PowerBoost. I wanted to kind of cover, I guess, the base, why I chose this truck for a build series. This is the hybrid PowerBoost. It is a Lariat 502A package. So this truck is MSRP'd around $72,000 and change. The hybrid platform was very compelling when it came time for me to purchase a vehicle. Not so much for gas mileage, and I will tell you guys that gas mileage is not necessarily the play when it comes to buying a PowerBoost. Yes, it is a hybrid, but it is still a big vehicle. These things weigh, I forget what it is, but it's a lot. So if you're thinking you're gonna get the 24 miles per gallon highway that the vehicle is rated for, you would have to be doing the same way that they test these things, which would be, I don't know what it is, 55 miles an hour on flat ground, basically, to maybe be able to get those kinds of numbers. In all reality, I think that the PowerBoost is far more a play using the electric battery at low speeds, and more importantly, using it at a stop. So anybody who actually uses their truck for work very likely spends a lot of time sitting in their truck. And when you sit idle, that's when you start just burning a ton of fuel and you're not going anywhere. That's why I think the hybrid, in terms of a vehicle for anybody that's in construction or somebody who travels a lot and might need to maybe take cat naps in their vehicle, you don't get any better than this package here with the hybrid. This is the 7.2 kilowatt hour generator version. So yeah, if you lose power at your house, which I know this was a big thing 2 years ago now in Texas, a lot of people lost power in their homes, and they were able to run 7.2 kilowatt power and basically power everything that they needed in terms of essentials. Now, it's not going to backfeed into your panel and run like a central air unit, but I don't doubt that it can't run a smaller air conditioning unit, and I will test that out on this channel. I'm gonna have a video about running kind of tools and things you can run off this PowerBoost coming up in the near future. Honestly, I kind of waited on a lot of that content because I wasn't really sure how this truck was going to pan out, but now we are here, and I'm going to kind of continue on with the series of also sharing what this truck is capable of and why I still think, after everything I went through, that this package, again, I'll say maybe on paper, but this package is the most compelling truck on the market today. This is this is like Mesa area, northeast Phoenix. A lot of off-road stuff going on around here. Great area, but this is the 7.2 kilowatt hour generator that is tucked back behind toolboxes that I have, but you can see you've got your 120s here, and then here you've got your 240. Very, very, very robust power supply coming out of a pickup truck. So let me jump in and show you guys why it is I went this route with the all creature comforts and everything that comes with a truck as well optioned as this one is, and it is certainly well optioned. On the trip up here to record, I did capture a little bit of B-roll of Blue Cruise, and what Blue Cruise is, it's Ford's first crack at self-driving, hands-free driving essentially is what they call it, and it works really well. It took a while for it to actually get rolled out to these trucks, which was a pain point, but now that it exists and it's here, it's great. So being somebody who would describe myself as a driver, I typically would tell you that I want to drive the vehicles that I'm driving. I mean, I'm not an automated guy by no means. I've always kind of scoffed at the self-driving Tesla thing, but I think that Ford has the right idea here in terms of Blue Cruise, where it's not really intended to self-drive you around town, but when you get on a long road trip, to be able to put it into Blue Cruise and have the truck lane center itself and lane center very well. I mean, this thing keeps itself pretty much pegged between the lines. To be able to be on a long road trip and just kind of let the truck drive itself for the most part, it just lets you put in longer hours. And I'm a huge fan of the technology. I'm also a huge fan of where this technology is potentially going to go. So that's why I went this route with this truck, is Blue Cruise was a huge selling point for me. I kind of bought it on a theory, and I'm happy that that theoretical self-driving enjoyment did come true to something that is really worth that money. Now, another thing that I went with here with this truck, and I'm gonna put it into the working position here, utilizing the truck as a mobile office, which I've done frequently, especially if I'm on a road trip, there's a potential that I might need to break the laptop out and start getting some work done. So I'm gonna switch over to the GoPro in a super view mode here to be able to show you guys another reason why I went with this PowerBoost in the crew cab configuration. The ability for this truck right now, it is 105 degrees outside, so the air condition, it's working hard, but the truck, you can see, is currently in battery mode. The harder the truck has to work to keep the truck cool, the more often it's going to kick on to recharge that battery, basically. But if you're going to be stopping in the middle of the night to take a quick nap, this truck does not have the max recline seats for sleeping purposes, but it does have a ton of space in the back. What I can do is jump in the back of the truck, leave the vehicle running so that while I'm sleeping, I'm actually in comfort. Pop the seats up, and then I went with this under seat storage. I will link this in the description down below. It's thumb screws and incredibly easy to remove. So if I stop at a truck stop or rest stop somewhere in the middle of nowhere, I've actually been able to stop and not even get out of the vehicle. But for the sake of this video, I'll show you, I'll just put it in the back of the truck. But I've been able to actually just get back here, put it up on the front seats, and lay out in the back. I can relatively comfortably lay back here and sleep. So doesn't look super comfortable, but if you take these seats, I'll put the passenger seat all the way up, and I can do the same with the driver's seat, but I'll leave it alone for now. Laying in the back of this truck and taking a several hour nap. I slept, I think, 8 hours, 7 or 8 hours I slept in this truck at a rest stop with the air conditioning on, truck still running. I'm not gonna say it's incredibly comfortable, but if you're only trying to sleep for even maybe a couple hours, I find spending that money on a hotel to be a huge waste of money. I just would much rather take a quick cat nap in the back of the truck. And I also have, which I don't have out right now, but I have all of the WeatherTech window coverings, so I can actually black out the entire truck and just take a quick cat nap with the thing running and have climate controls. So a really good overnight kind of thing for long road trips. Highly, highly recommend it. I like to travel this way. A lot of other people will be like, dude, just spend $100 on a hotel room. I just find that to be a waste of $100 if you can take a quick nap in the back of the truck. So now we'll toss this back in. Just redo the thumb screws here. These thumb screws keep that thing secured. Drop the seats back down. And there you have the back seat configuration. If you wanted to kind of crash and just camp out for the night in the truck. I've done it quite a bit. It's nice to have a vehicle that's more capable of comfortably doing those things. So I think that's also a justification that I have for spending this much money on a truck, is I needed to be able to do all of these things, because if you're gonna spend that kind of money on a truck, you need it to be able to kind of save you money along the way as well. And if I can save a few $100 on hotel rooms here and there, if everybody's different, and everybody's gonna have kind of different ways of addressing these things, and other people might just say, well, you shouldn't buy that expensive of a truck to begin with, and I can't really argue that. It all depends on the individual and I guess the financial situation that everybody else is in, and what you also ultimately need out of a vehicle. This truck, it is capable of towing 12,400 pounds, I believe is the number, and it has a payload capacity of just under 1,400 pounds. Plenty fine for what I need. I do need a truck to be able to tow, but I'm not towing anything giant for the most part, but I need a truck that has, in my opinion, I like to have plenty of headroom in those towing numbers so that you can do that stuff comfortably and not really stress the vehicle out. So this truck fit the bill for that as well. So this is my ultimate, I guess, build series truck that I thought and still think is the best platform to really build up the ultimate all-around pickup truck for somebody like me who's, I guess, multifaceted, working in construction, also having this creative YouTube channel that I need a truck to be able to support the projects that I'm doing for this. But then also have a comfortable family hauler, and I think that this PowerBoost checks all of the boxes. I'm super excited to get into this build series. Again, I just wanted this vehicle to set the tone about why it is this truck and, you know, the base of what it is I'm going to be building off of. You've seen some nuggets in this video of things that will be kind of talked about in additional videos, but I'm still at a pretty good early stage of this build, and I'm excited to bring it all to you guys. If you have any suggestions about what you think I should put on the truck, let me know in the comments down below. So with that, guys, thank you very much for tuning in. If this is your first time tuning in, please hit that subscribe button down below. Remember, likes go a long way to help support the channel. I will see you guys next time.